Hey guys, it's Josh, the Armadillo Trap. I'm here to do a little unbox and assembly, show you guys how the Armadillo Trap goes together. I will say if you ordered a scented trap, it's probably best to take it outside, put it on the garage, back porch, something like that. It's probably going to be dirty on the inside, and you don't want dirt all throughout your house. Even the unscented trap's probably going to be dusty, so it's really best to go outside and set it up. But without further ado, we're going to crack this thing open and see what's in there. All right, get it cracked open. Inside we've got a little business card, instructions, some helpful tidbits, a lot of good information in here. You can read through this or go to the website, find everything that's in here on the website. I'll set that aside. Your trigger and your harness rods will be bundled together with a little zip tie. You might want some scissors to pop that open. I can twist it and pop it open with my hand. The string is already pre-run, so we're just going to get this out of the box and go from there. On the top of the trap, you'll notice there's blocks with pre-drilled holes. Those are 1/4 inch holes. Also, to mate up with those, we have 1/4 inch holes on the harness bar, and those are going to take these rods, and we're going to move into installing the harness. All right, guys, we've got the rods off of the trigger. It's a little bundle there. These rods are going to go into the holes that I previously showed you guys. I'm probably going to set it on the floor and hammer these in since I'm on a plastic table, but we're going to set them in the hole. It's going to be a pretty tight fit, so you will probably want a hammer or a block, something to just kind of tap on them lightly with. There should be a little photo coming up. That's going to show the measurement from the top of the trap, not the block, the top of the trap to the top of the post. It's going to vary a little bit just because of the method we use to cut these. It could vary as much as 1/4 inch, but you're looking for around 13 1/4 inches to the top. Now we're going to take the harness bar and take it, we're going to set it right on top, feed it into those pre-drilled holes, just give it a little bump, and it's seated. All right, now that we got the harness bar on, we're going to adjust the string. This is important, and this is where I think a lot of people mess up. You'll notice on one end it's tied tight. It clamps down tight. You can't move it. String comes up, runs all the way through the harness bar and back down to the trigger. You'll notice there's a little knot there. That's just to keep it from coming loose during shipment. What we're going to want to do is undo that knot. If you want to, you can take some pliers and mash that clamp. I honestly prefer just to tie a knot in it, and if you ever have to adjust the string, you can just retie the knot. So we're going to set that, put a knot in it. What we're looking for in the length of the string, most importantly, is with the doors in the down position, you want to have about an inch and a half of slack hanging down from the trigger. That amount of slack allows this string some room. This string likes to draw up in the weather. Being out in the sun and the rain, it tends to draw up. And then what will happen is that string will be tight. And you don't ever want your string tight like that with the doors in the down position, because what that can do is cause this door over here to hang up. And if that door is up, an armadillo can lift that and he can get out. So you always want that door to fall all the way down and have at least a little bit of slack in that string. That's the ideal position right there. All right, you'll notice on the trigger stick, there's a little metal pin sticking out. This pin is going to go underneath this eyelet. So the idea is to pull the trigger straight down without helping the doors up, because you don't want the doors to come up uneven. We're going to pull that trigger straight down and set it right under the eyelet. I like to kind of set it on the edge like a hair trigger. Some traps are a little more sensitive than others out of the box. I will say as time goes on and this metal rusts up a little bit, it hangs just right. But if your trap is too sensitive, you can push that pin all the way under. A mature armadillo is not going to pass through this trap without triggering it. But I like to set it on a hair trigger, just that's how I am. And he'll come through and roll that trigger off, and he's caught. One common mistake I do see people do, especially if you're messing with your trap and you pull the doors all the way out to release your armadillo or whatever you're doing with it, oftentimes they'll put these doors in backwards. You really want to avoid that. This door does have a little lip on the bottom that allows it to inset into the groove at the bottom. You don't want that facing inward because an armadillo could get his nose under it. So you want to make sure that the side that has a profile on the sides and the bottom is facing outward, while the side that is smooth and flat is on the inside. And with that door in the down position, there is nothing that the armadillo can get any kind of leverage on or lift on. He'll sit there and scratch on it all he wants. That door's not going to open. All right, guys, we got a fully assembled trap here. This is what it should look like. Again, we're going to set the trigger under the eyelet. If you look at the sides, that door is just hanging just beneath these handles on the side. And you'll want to periodically clean these channels out. They can become packed with dirt and rocks and debris. You definitely want that door to fall down into that slot. So that's it.